The security guard said I was too poor to shop here until they saw my black card. His hand pressed flat against my chest before I'd taken 3 steps past the entrance. The marble floors of Bellingham's department store gleamed under crystal chandeliers, and I stood there in my paint-stained work boots and faded flannel jacket, while this man in an ill-fitting blazer looked at me like I'd tracked mud into his living room. His name tag said Vincent, and his lip curled as he examined me from head to toe. "Sir, I think you're in the wrong store." Behind him, a saleswoman in heels clicked her tongue and shook her head. I'd come straight from the job site because my daughter's birthday was tomorrow. I didn't have time to change. I run a construction company. Started it 12 years ago with 1 truck and a dream. Now we've got 92 employees and contracts across 3 states. But I still visit job sites every day. Still get my hands dirty. Still look like the guy who swings hammers instead of the guy who signs the checks. That's always been my choice. My daughter wanted a specific watch from this store, a vintage piece they'd advertised online. She'd shown me the listing 6 times, the Bellingham exclusive. I'd called ahead and spoken to their VIP concierge, who confirmed they had one left. I gave my name and said I'd be there by 4. Vincent stepped closer, blocking my path completely. "This isn't a hardware store, buddy. The exit is behind you." I told him I had an appointment. He laughed and said vagrants couldn't make appointments. A woman browsing nearby pulled her designer purse closer to her body, eyeing me like I might snatch it. I asked Vincent to check with the concierge desk. He said he wasn't going to waste their time with pranks. When I tried to step around him, he grabbed my arm hard enough to leave fingerprints on my jacket. I said leave. His breath smelled like coffee and contempt. That's when the first escalation happened. He radioed for backup. 2 more guards appeared, flanking me like I was a shoplifter caught on camera. Vincent announced loudly enough for everyone to hear that they had a situation at the main entrance. Customers stopped browsing to stare. A mother covered her child's eyes like I was something obscene. Vincent patted me down right there in the doorway, pulling my wallet from my back pocket and rifling through it. He found my driver's license and laughed at my address. "Says here you live in Millbrook. That's the poor side of town." He tossed my license on the floor. I bent to pick it up and one of the other guards put his foot on it. "Leave it. You won't need ID where you're going." But it got worse. Vincent found my business card in the wallet and held it up for everyone to see. "Dawson Construction. You're a construction worker trying to shop at Bellingham's?" He ripped the card in half and dropped it at my feet. "You couldn't afford a shoelace from this store." The watching crowd started murmuring in agreement. Someone said security should call the police. Someone else said I probably had warrants. Vincent grabbed the collar of my jacket and started pushing me toward the door. My boots squeaked against the marble as I tried to plant my feet. He shoved harder. My shoulder hit the glass door and pain shot down my arm. "Get out and don't come back. People like you don't belong here." That's when my phone rang. The caller ID showed the store's VIP concierge line. I answered on speaker before Vincent could stop me. "Mr. Dawson, this is Clarissa from Bellingham's VIP services. I have the Cartier piece ready for you as requested. Your account shows pre-authorization for the full amount. Shall I have it brought to the main floor?" Vincent's grip loosened on my collar. I told Clarissa I was at the main entrance but having some difficulty with security. Her voice went cold. "What kind of difficulty?" I held the phone toward Vincent. "Why don't you explain?" His face drained of color. The other guards stepped back. Customers who'd been watching started whispering. Vincent stammered that there'd been a misunderstanding. The store manager appeared within 90 seconds. A woman named Elaine, who looked ready to commit murder. She'd apparently been listening through Clarissa's earpiece. She demanded Vincent explain why their top-spending client of the last quarter was being physically removed from the premises. Vincent started babbling about dress codes and protocols. Elaine pulled up my account on her tablet and turned it toward him. The spending history showed 6 figures in purchases over the past 8 months. Jewelry for my wife before she passed. Watches for business partners. Custom suits I never wore. All from this store. All delivered because I never came in person. Vincent read the numbers and his hands started shaking. He looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time. Elaine terminated him on the spot, right there in front of everyone who'd watched him humiliate me. His blazer, his radio, his name tag. She collected them all while customers recorded on their phones. The 2 other guards were suspended pending investigation. Elaine offered me the watch at cost, but I declined. I told her I'd be taking my business elsewhere and that my corporate accounts, including the holiday gifts for all 92 of my employees, would be purchased from their competitor across town. She calculated the loss on her tablet and her face went gray. The number was just over $400,000 annually. I walked out past Vincent, who was still standing in his undershirt holding his belongings in a plastic bag. My daughter got her watch from a different store. Vincent's termination made local news after the videos went viral, and Bellingham's stock dropped 3% by the end of the week.